So, the last several days since the 29th have been hectic. My brother's girlfriend came back from her trip and we had to readjust, get back into a flow. But then I proceeded for one day to play RimWorld for 13 hours. And then another day I didn't get on my computer at all until like 1 a.m. because I was reading a book. Literally read an entire book in an entire day. Even though it was like 16 chapters long, I read a book in an entire day. I don't do that often. I usually don't do that ever. So, there's that. And I'm going to bring up something that not a lot of people know about. Most of the since I came into the Minecraft community like in 2014, no one really knows what I do. They've asked how I earn money, but I've said that I wasn't comfortable in telling them. Or that it was a secret or whatever. I don't know. I don't remember. I bring this up because me, my brother, his girlfriend, and my mom, we've all been talking. And you may wonder, Brimmy, you're how old and you're not doing anything? You don't know how to drive a car? You've never had a job in your life? What's up with that? I am 25 years old. I do not know how to drive a car. Because when I turned 16, because my brother is 6 years older than me, when he was 16, it was pretty much free to learn how to drive. When I turned 16, it became no longer free. It was hella expensive, and I just didn't care. It's not like I had to go anywhere. It's not like I needed to be places. I didn't have friends. And if I did, they came over to my house. So, there was that. I didn't want a job. I may have needed a job, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like, when I was little, I wanted to be a vet. And then I got over that, I wanted to be a librarian. And then I got over that. And then I had no idea, and I'm like, well, I don't like people, I don't like math. What do I do? I'm gonna do stuff on the computer, like a receptionist or a secretary, you know? And I'm just like, well, I don't know. So, but that required college. And it was just like, I just wanted to focus on getting out of high school. Actually, just getting out of school in general. Like, I didn't care about anything else. I just wanted out of school because I didn't like school. So 2011. Actually, when did I graduate? Oh yeah, 2011. 2010 comes around. The 2010-2011 school year comes around and it's like, I'm graduating next year. Hopefully. If this stupid math teacher decides that she's gonna not be a childish little shithead. Actually, I can't say shithead. It'll have to be edited out because I might get copyright. Despite being like a channel with only 146 subscribers. I had this math teacher who was extremely childish. Like, I'd come in one day because we had a test, like, earlier that day. Yes, I had the same exact teacher for my first hour of class. And then I had her in my last hour of class, but for a different subject. I freaking asked her because it was getting to the end of the school year, so I'm loosening up, I'm talking to people more because I don't know, I'm weird. So I'm like, have you graded the test yet? She's like, no, I haven't. And I'm like, okay. And then I sit down and I get ready and she's like, Emily, you failed your test. Yes, because I asked first. She graded mine first. I was like, okay. But that meant that I wasn't really gonna graduate. So she's like, here, go to your counselor, I think it was. Here, go to your counselor, she can help you. She'll fix it. Thought nothing of it. I'm like, oh, okay. So I had to leave class, meaning whatever was taught that day, I have no knowledge of because I was not there. Which is why I don't like leaving class. It's stupid. It's why I don't go to the bathroom while at school. Hi, from like 7 to 3, I don't go to the bathroom. And bear in mind, I was held back in like 2nd or 3rd grade, and I failed 7th grade. So I was 2 years behind. So that's 14 years of not going to the bathroom from like 7 a.m. to 2 or 3 p.m. So I go to the counselor, and apparently my teacher was annoyed because some of the students that she had went to other math teachers in the school and were like, hey, she goes too fast, she's too difficult, but I still need a math class. Can you help? So they set up a new math class that was slower, easier to understand, and she's upset about it? Like, get over it? Like, maybe it'll help them pass your tests. Ever think of that? Instead of just throwing a hissy fit. And I'm sitting there like, really? So I missed an entire class because this teacher was childish. What? Made no sense at all. But it's like, oh, you come after class and do a little bit of extra credit. That E that I had went from an E to an A. Like, what? That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. So somehow I managed to graduate. Freaking how? I don't know. But I've gone on a tangent. My point was, sometime between 2010 and 2011, I wanted to get my mom a Mother's Day present, but I didn't have any money. And I somehow found Swag Bucks. Which, yes, I know the name, swag, it's overdone, whatever. But I went to it, I looked at it, I'm like, this might be what I need, but I need to wait till after I'm done with school. So, May of 2012, I joined the site. Now, it may have taken me, because I wanted to get a Mother's Day present, but I didn't realize how long it would take me to earn any money from the site. So it's like, what was I saying? Oh, God. So, it took me like a month to earn $5. But this was back before there were apps for the site. back before Encraves. Back before there was, like, amazing things on the site that would earn you more money. I mean, granted, 500 points, back then it was like $4.50 for 500 points. Now it's just straight up 500 points for $5. So it's like, it probably took me, I don't know. I don't remember how long it took me to get my first $25, but I knew they gave out codes that gave you a few extra points, so it's like maybe four swag bucks, and that was like maybe 4 cents. You see what I'm working with. But back then, codes were in double digits. The highest one I had got was like 20, so that's like 20 cents. It's not a lot, but that's a big code, and it all adds up. So, after I had found a site that posted the codes when they came out, I learned of other sites that I could do. Gift Hulk, which I don't really do anymore. If there's a Fountain of Youth code that someone has from the Guess the Card game, I'll try and get that before it expires. Can't Be Free used to be a thing, but now it's closed because reasons. But between Swagbucks, Gift Hulk, and Can't Be Free, from June of 2012 to December of 2012, I had earned like $300. That's more than I had ever had in my entire life. Now, you may be saying, but Brimmy, you can just earn that in like a week if you had a job. And like, yes, I know this. But I figured because it was simple and because it was easy, it would work for me. And it has. Because I've been able to get Christmas presents since 2012. Hello? Like, birthday presents, Christmas presents, Mother's Day presents, Father's Day presents. Dude. In 2010, I was 20 years old. 2011? Wait. In 2010, I was 19. In 2011, I was 20. Okay? This is a big deal to me. So, and since then I'm still on Swagbucks. I joined a bunch of other sites. When there's a site that came out like in that was found out about in like the last year or so called Perk, just Perk, and they have like several apps, but most of them don't earn as well as one another. So it's like, right, but here's the thing though. These sites were meant as a fun little thing. In the last 3 years, people have come in and been like, okay, how much can I earn from this in like a month? Yada yada yada. Like, no, quit doing the math. Just have fun earning money. You don't need to know how much you'll make in a month, or in a day, or in a week. You don't. It's no longer fun because of all these money-grubbing people who, with Perk, you need to buy, like, yes, I'm saying buy. You need to buy phones like cheap and expensive Android or iPhones that are like the newest versions or versions that run with the apps to be able to earn any money. So you have to spend money to make money, and that's just stupid. Yet I'm sitting here with 4 phones. Like, back in the day, a friend I had made through these sites had sent me 2 phones. I only had to pay $5 shipping for each. And then when those became outdated from the apps, I had to buy 2 new phones. And when those just broke, I had to buy 2 new phones. And the 2 new phones that I had bought I need to replace them now. So it's like an endless stream of me spending the money that I make on these sites to continuously earn money, making money on these sites. So it's like Swagbucks has 6 apps that I can just do easily enough, and that gets me first goal. Yes, there's goals now. I joined the site before there was ever a thing as goals, or a second goal, I don't know. Over the years they've added more and more, so now there's like 6 when there was only just 1. At one point you can earn like 300 points from the apps, and that was like $3. But I never got up to that point because the more that you earn, the higher your goal is, and the more complicated it is, the harder it is to get that goal, because there's a bonus at the end of that goal that you get in the next month. So it's like, if it's like 100 Swagbucks for that goal, it's a 10 SB bonus, okay? Literally, that adds up. Like, there's people doing surveys on the sites that don't get disqualified, that know what they're doing, and earn like $10 a day as like an actual work kind of thing. Like, there's some people that are barely living off of these sites. I don't consider this a job, for me, a job, because it's not. And YouTube for me isn't a job because I suck at it and nothing is monetized. So I don't know. So my entire point, the reason why I brought up how I earn money, is because here, being at my brother's, I've earned over $100. I rarely, if ever, earn $75 from Swagbucks. So that's saying a lot. So I proposed the idea that, because I have to go back home because I have a doctor's appointment on the 20th. I proposed the idea that that I could come back in October and stay all of October and all of November, because me going away, things are not going to change here. The dogs will still be in their cages for several hours a day. My brother still works 12-hour days. Their roommate, I think, works the same hours as that. And my brother's girlfriend works like 3 jobs and goes to school. So it's like, wow. So it's like, it's not going to change once I go. They're still going to be rushing around like chickens with their heads cut off. Like, Roscoe still pees in his cage. Pees and poops occasionally. Like, if his girlfriend hadn't if his girlfriend had gone to work like early, if both of them had to gone to work early today, I would have been the one to have to give Daisy a bath because she puked in her cage this morning. So I proposed that idea, and they're like, on a few conditions. I would have to be more social, like as small as just getting on the bus and going to the library, which, by the way, I'm in Ypsilanti, not Flint, so it's much nicer here. It's safer. And despite the fact that I've like never been on a city bus before, sure, I would need money for the bus though. I would need to learn the bus schedule, and I would need money for a library card. But you know, if it's like in walking distance, I wouldn't really have to take the bus. I could just walk to it. So it's like I would have to be more social, I would have to look for part-time jobs, I would have to do a little bit more around the house, take showers every other day. So it's just like I could stay here and I could actually get a job that earns me a lot, well, not a lot of money, but like money that isn't digital, that doesn't go into my PayPal, that I don't have to trade with someone else to get PayPal if I didn't want Amazon. And I was like, yeah, because that sounds awesome. Being able to like earn money from actually doing something and possibly getting closer to my desktop, even though I'm at like 150 something in my PayPal. But like, they even brought up that if I wanted to, like, I could live with them when they go and like rent or buy a house next year. Like, hi? What? You're freaking awesome? Like, I would get out of mom's house and I would be an adult. An adultier adult. I would be helping out with the dogs, I'd be helping my brother and his girlfriend, but I'd also be helping myself. So, that's pretty cool. So I don't know what's gonna happen with my YouTube channel. I don't know if I'm gonna continue recording videos for it, because I may not have time. I mean, even if it's a part-time job, still. I don't know what it is yet. Oh, and my old-fashionedness, because I thought that to get a job, I would need to go to college, was totally unfounded. Holy crap, that's bright. I thought this would be shorter because I wanted to get back to watching Crocodile Hunter, which, by the way, I think it's been like 10 years since he passed away. Like, holy crap! Time flies. Oof. Right, all of this came about because I was thinking one night, I need money. Because I wanted to learn how to drive a car. Because I do need to learn how to drive a car. And I looked up driver's ed, driver's training, whatever. Lessons were like, from the very basic, they were $100. $100 and up. So I was like, I need money. But in order to get money, I need a job. But to get to that job, I need a car. But I also need a car, gas for that car, insurance for that car, which all costs money. But I need to learn how to drive. But I need a job. And before I was told that I didn't need college, I thought I needed to go to college to have like college experience underneath my belt so I would get hired quicker. And apparently I don't even need a resume either. You can just like, what did he say? What did you can fill out an application for a job and put it in, and they'll call you if they want to set up an interview or something like that. So it's like, I don't need college. If I didn't want to go to college, and I don't want to go to college because I don't know what I want to do in college, I'm not going to waste 2 or 4 years of scholarship money that someone else could be using on just floating around doing basic classes. Like, no thanks, I'd rather not. And I know this is like a super long video and no one's probably gonna watch it regardless, so I'm just gonna leave this unedited. But I would like to show you, is this it? Yes, this is it. I would like to show you so I have like two unions basically, and 2 LG Exceeds. I mean, like, how do you think I bought this second monitor? How do you think I bought the mic that I've been using? How do you think I bought the shades that I bought last year? How do you think I bought this phone? My main phone, my blue studio phone. How do you think I bought the 1 terabyte hard drive for my laptop? It's all because of the sites that I do. These glasses I bought on Amazon. Like, most of the stuff that I've bought, I still have. The case. The case for this I bought. The password thingy I bought. Most of the books that I have, I bought off Amazon because of Swagbucks and because of other sites that I've been doing. So, indie music. Entertain Now, SBTV, Lifestyle, Movie Clips, and Sportly. Those are the 6 apps for Swagbucks. And then you can see on the bottom, Pert TV. And then just App Nana and Checkpoints, which I don't really do. And then there's the 2 perk word searches. One works, the other doesn't. It varies day by day. So it's like, this is basically what I do. While I'm watching YouTube, while I'm talking to friends, while I'm playing Minecraft, I'm doing this. I mean, it's easy for me. Other people, like, I swear to God, when I've explained these sites to people, they just assume it's a scam and just walk away. Well, I've been on it since 2012. I've earned a lot of money from it. Clearly it's not a scam. And back in the day, I would advertise my referral link for these sites. A couple people would join, but then never do it again because it was like too hard. Which, yes, it's too hard if you don't have the money to do offers. You don't want to give your personal information to do surveys, which, by the way, unless you're like a super specific demographic, you're not going to get a survey. It's just going to disqualify you. So surveys are pointless. So that's basically what I do. That's how I earn money. And I bring this up because I'm going to, in the next month or so, have an actual job that'll earn me far more money than what this has. Possibly. So yeah. And because this information is out, I am not going to be referring any of you to these sites. I'm not going to give you a ref link because one of the people that I joined under when I was new and before Gift Hulk changed had about 100 referrals. Excuse you? No, that's stupid. Here I thought, oh, I'm just gonna help him out. You know, maybe he doesn't have any referrals at all. Maybe it'll be his first referral to this site that I'm just joining. No, he had about 100. I'm not kidding. 100 people. So, I only advertise like one site, and I do it rarely, and that's Prize Rebel, which that's kind of where I get my Steam gift cards. And if you're under 16, I don't condone you doing these sites. Like, please don't. Just don't. Like, focus on school, focus on graduating first. And then do it, because this takes up all your frickin' time. Like, you're just sitting here, you have to babysit these phones more often than not, because people don't know how to code them correctly or something. So they get stuck on ads that you can't exit out of. So it gets increasingly annoying when you just have to keep on looking down to see if it's stuck on an ad or not. And usually it is, and you have to time it, otherwise you lose precious seconds. So yeah, I'm gonna go do laundry. I'm gonna go back to watching Crocodile Hunter, if it's still even on, because this is like 35 minutes long, and I'm not gonna edit it because that editing would do nothing. Could just make it like maybe 25 minutes, maybe. So I'm just gonna leave this as is. The title will be explaining things. Probably. Well, let me explain to you a thing. Or listen, Linda, let me explain to you a thing. Explain? No. Whatever. It's stupid. So, don't know. I'm pretty sure that's it. So yeah, that's how I earn money. For now, until I get an actual job in the next month or so. I don't have any expectations of the kind of comments I'm gonna get. Not entirely sure. So, yeah. Hope we found this informative. Bye. No.